right, it is I, Dr. Chef. How are you all? So glad you all are here. This is I, Dr. Chef, on Wellness Wednesday for your free live coaching. Forgive me for not being able to get in right away, since I know there was some that were probably waiting to see if I was going to come in. And so while I wait for you all to realize that I am in, I am going to put a few things in the chat. Alrighty, but I made it. Isn't God good? Yes, He is. Let me see. Okay, so see if they allow. So I guess it didn't say anything. Somebody found me. Give me one moment, you all. I think I had some information that I was going over. That is 1 second. Here I go. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Hey, bro. Hi. How you doing? It's good to see you. Yes. Yes, sir. I am back, you all. I made it in. Yes, I had longer sessions, so forgive me. Forgive me. I did. At one while, I was able to not do consultations on Wednesday and leave it open for you all and do other work. But this time, there are those who realize that, yes, after this month, unless a miracle happen, I will not be taking any more health coaching outside of the clients that I have now. So even if you need to schedule to have your consultations set for a later date, that's fine, because of course that's asked of me as well. Well, what if I go ahead and I make an appointment this month with you, Dr. Chef, but I would like to do it after my vacation or after my summer. Okay, I will allow it. Because I know that that is a hard time for a lot of our people. That's when you all go on your trips, and children, for those who have kids, they're coming out of school. And sometimes that brings about an extra, since the shift in your timing is shifting, but it brings about extra stress. And then you want to think of different things that you can feed your children, grandchildren, or just your job is shifting. I understand that that can bring about anxiety and stress disorders for a lot of people during the summertime, especially when you want to be able to just take a break and not have to do any work. I am not privy to do that. I can set my schedule to try to, but I know me, I will not be able to vacation past a week. Ooh, just stretching a week is challenging. I'm going to be wondering what's going on around me. I will do it. If I'm made to do it, like you all did for me, two years ago, you provided, a year and a half ago, you all provided opportunity for me to do that. Yes, I was willing to do it. Unfortunately, I was not allowed to do it, but never, and that was not of my own accord. But nevertheless, I am extending that out to you all for after the month of May. That anyone that wanted to schedule their coaching session for later, but they want to get it in for this month, then I will allow that. So the coaching sessions normally start for only about $50 a donation, and it can increase and go for 75 if there's multiple health conditions. And then for those who want coaching sessions because you know you have severe issues or you need that support system, you need that accountability partner, then I do coaching for $300 to $500 for this that extends out for the month. That entails you all getting at least a half an hour consultation once a week, which sometimes it can extend over if I don't have other clients behind you, but you are allowed via texting. And that's for your mother, your father, your children, yourself, whoever it is that you want to purchase a consultation for or a health coaching session for. I do have clients that on board that are doing that now, where it's more convenient for them to pay $300 to $500 to make sure that they have a weekly a weekly consultation because it's just that challenging for them. And in some cases, for those who are trying to help loved ones and mothers and fathers and chronic illnesses, and they know it's going to be prolonged, and they just want to have that access to me to be able to be a text and say, hey, I need to know, what can I do right now? Their feet is swelling. What can I do? Da da da. And within that few hours of time frame, I'm able to respond back, and that allows you that without it taking away from other clients and other work that I have to do. And that business and those consultation fees go right back into, voila, my products. It goes right back into CMOS. It goes right back into Colon Cleanse. It goes right back into my Mental Boost, which is on back order again. You all, I told you all, our people are not playing there. They are getting the Mental Boost works. From memory, look, I'm gonna be honest, I got scared. Y'all saw, I don't know which clip it was that I shared a couple of months ago, and the Mental Boost is $60. It's $60 now. I brought the price down at least $5, so that different ones will get a little bit of chance, but I couldn't take away from the organizations that I give to. And I don't have it marked up for 3, 4, 5 times as much. So work with me, you all. I'm working with you all. And it's a whole 30-day supply, 2 tablespoons. But I had to back off of this because it's a good thing, but I didn't want to be speaking in tongues. And my brain was... And it was exciting, and you all watched it unfold. For those of y'all had tuned in on that segment, I want to say maybe it was back in March that I got bold, and I decided that, okay, well, let me take this. I admit, I told y'all, keep it 1 million. I admit, I thought that I could take a tablespoon of this and okay, I saw the ingredients in that. I saw the original, the vitamin E. I saw that it had the original folate in it that was activated through the calcium. I saw it had B12 in it. I saw that it had the Caroline in there, the real original aloe vera juice in it, the inner leaf gel of it. I saw it had the alpha GPC. I saw everything that was good in it. But I guess like you all, I got so used to trying different products. Some of you all have done it where you try them and you don't feel no difference. And so that was my first time taking it. And I wanted to do it on live, but I didn't expect for my brain to go. I know that's not a professional term. But it did. That's what happened. And before I know it, I was speaking, and it was a beautiful thing. If I was on TED Talk, or if I actually had expected it to work right then and there. And of course, it's because I practice a more healthy regimen than probably most do, as I should, given the knowledge and the information that I have and access that I have to certain really high potent good vitamins. But I experienced that, and so I had to slack back, and I was like, okay, let me just do 1 tablespoon every now and then. And I noticed I had to do my country swing, but every now and then. But if I was in testing, this is what I would take right away. If I had to take a test, or I had to take a driver's license test or something, or do something that I know that I need to, or fill out a whole lot of paperwork, and I'm tired, I'm just Mental Boost. It does it, you all. So bottom line is that you have to prepay for this, because it is in high demand, especially with my elders that's suffering from dementia, Alzheimer's. Also on that segment, I had one of my elders to call in that's over one of the organization that I'm in, and they suffer from Parkinson disease, where they shake. The nervous system is gone, and know their diet was not, the so-called diet was not the best. However, I like having those type of people to try new things and products, because I can get the honesty out of them if whether or not it's having any effect on them. So within the first week or two, of course, we had to get through the fact that they like that it tastes sweet. And so that made them think that it wasn't going to do anything. But I'm waiting just to get feedback. Because as you know, I just got in on the market in January the 1st this year. So I'm in my 5th year, or my 5th month here, you all, of actually getting feedback from you all, and it's been great. And so this is a revolving door for the mental boost, and most definitely a high demand. This is 65, so you see it's not a great difference, even though I do have to pay more for this one, to have this put together in this professional manner. And the new ones, just for the record, y'all, they are sealed with plastic, and it's an extra seal in the inside of that. And this is PBH free. And also, there will be a new plastic label that's coming to board it. So if you all are drinking it like I do, and it's spilled down, you don't have to worry about it being messy, because it's going to be plastic sealing this brand here. And on the back, you'll have all of your different ingredients, and then the no artificial colors, sweeteners, flavors, containers, no sugar, starch, yeast, caseins, wheat, gluten, soy, milk, none of that. The mental boost, it has a little bit of extract of the original liquid form of lithium soy, but it's not enough to cause any type of cancer or issues, because it does such a great job. And you know that because of the results that I'm getting from those who are suffering from short-term memory, long-time memory loss, and things of that nature in a short period of time. So that's what I have to go by when I'm taking a chance on even certain ingredients that I don't personally prescribe to. However, I know it's not significant enough to cause any damage. That's what I'm trying to say. Because the issue with soy that I have learned, and I was fortunate to have a god sister that was engineer of the organic soybean, is that the issue that we have with the soy and causing cancer, and what it's linked to, was the fact that they were shipping and they bought tons when you know who was in office. We're gonna sound the trumpet. Ordered tens and hundred thousands of tons of soy, but from my research, you all, I learned that that particular soy was not, they were not soybeans, and they were not they were genetically modified. Let me put it to you like that. And so, of course, anything that's genetically modified and anything that is that doesn't digest properly in the system, and anything that does not come from here, and then you start consuming it. And as I'm doing labor reading classes and going through my detoxification classes years ago, I'm starting to notice that they have switched out palm oil and other grapeseed oil and all these other oils that they're now charging us an arm and a leg for soy lecithin and soy. And I'm like, okay, hey, I done picked up, and we literally had classes where it could be a class to 10 to 20 all throughout all of our main health stores. This is what I've done in this town, in my hometown, and I'm willing to do it elsewhere for those who want to. If you feel like you got a group, a church, organization, you say, okay, let's get Dr. Chef out here. All I ask is that y'all you cover that expense, you cover that cost. I'm not that one that has to have a whole lot to come and show our people what I'm talking about. But I host this class, and was assisting with another naturopath. And what we did was went down the list and all of the owls. Yes, it takes time. It was a 2-hour class. And this was their way of graduating with their certification in detoxification. And what we discovered was over 90% from less than 10 years ago, less than 10 years ago, since I'll say since 2010, somewhere around there between 2010, 2012, soy was placed in every ingredients, from your bread, from your from drinks to your from your food products. I'm like, wait a minute, how has this become the base? And up at the first set of ingredients, and if you notice, you got all of your dressings, your salad dressings. The second ingredient usually is soy, and I'm like, okay, what kind of soy? And so I had to make sure that I looked into it more, and it just so happened that it was a blessing. My god sister was like, well, sis, soy is not bad. And I work for the engineering, where they engineer this. And I'm like, okay. I said, so what's the difference? Let me know. So that's who I get my feedback from. I don't just go by articles, you all. I go by real people that's working in the industry that's actually doing it. And I'm always looking to get my hands on an engineer, a scientist, or a biologist. I even asked my daughter that's attending college now, one of the most prestigious colleges in the world. She's attending. I said, okay, I want to meet your friends that's biochemists and that's majoring in biochemistry. I want to meet the biologists. I want to talk to your doctors. I don't want all this other extra feedback. I want to see what their results are when they're doing these tests. And I want to get, and boy, if you all could be like a fly on my shoulders to hear the stuff that I hear, but that I cannot always release out here, as you all know, not for fear that they're going to boot me out, but because unfortunately, if it's not put out there on social media, or you all don't hear it on the news for the most part, you all don't take it as not being factual. But I, as naturopath, I, as one that have a conscience about this, whenever I get a chance to share it with our group of people, I have to share it when I'm finding out that slowly but surely killing off our people that's causing us to eat to die and not to live. And this is the reason why I picked up on the How to Eat to Live book, because I've been hearing about it for years and never actually got a chance to read through it, even though I had been taught in the class for years, 7 years on and off. I took a class where the base, I later found out that the foundation of this class was the material was used from How to Eat to Live. And so I was like, wow, interesting. And so now that I'm reading it, and I did, you all see me looking around because I realized I did not grab it. And so saying that to say that, yes, no fear, there is a difference in the amount of anything that you all take, even with natural herbs, as you all know. You can't take in too much vitamin A. You can't take in too much zinc. Raise the blood pressure, causes excess amount of inflammation, and that will vary from person to person. And this is the reason why I decided to allow them to extend the consultation for those who may not want to schedule for the month of May because it's just that busy for you all, or because you want to get a chance, especially for my school teachers and those who work the 9 to 5s and they get the summer break in between and they say, okay, I'll be able to focus a little bit more on my health before my family trip, or before I do this, or before I do my family reunion. Can I please get in a few sessions? And if I pay in advance, or I set up something to where I'm able to do that, then I am extending that out to you all. Greetings, everybody. It's good to see you all. Yes. And let me get good news for this Wellness Wednesday. Let me become the Good News Wellness Wednesday reporter. Okay. And I know it's a journey, but this is what makes me happy. This is what y'all get the chance to see a little bit of the dimples. So, okay. Sister Tyra, when I get news that's not so good, and I know it's going to be a health and wellness journey for our people, of course, naturally, the mother in me, the caregiver in me, of course, I get my heart gets really like, I get really choked up about it. However, the way we balance this out, you all, is celebrate. Let's start celebrating when we get good news, when we work with different ones. And I'll be honest, I've only had a few sessions, and forgive me, you all, for looking around. I'm looking at my laptop. I see that the lighting, I didn't have as much juice as I thought that I had. Give me one moment. I'm not going to forget this. One second. Let me see. All right. I'm back. I'm back. Thank you all. Like, share, and subscribe, please. Okay. I know I got the extra joy, y'all, and it is pouring down raining out here. So I can't play my Mary Mary like I did from Motivation Money. In the morning, you'll be all right. It's not gonna be no sunshine. Ain't no sunshine when she gone. Okay, no, ain't no sunshine outside y'all right now. So I guess the rain is helping me. I don't know. Here we go. Sister Tyra, congratulations. Mother, um, let me say you've been an inspiration to me. It's not too many times, not enough times that I see mothers, and I've been that mother, so I know when you try everything that you try to help your child, especially when they're going through their college years and they're going through the pains and the woes of life, and they're starting to learn what it means to persevere. Your daughter's doing great. She's doing great. I know you see more because you're there. So let me not sound like, oh, I did the O fix it. When you have birthed her, you have done your due diligence. But what I want to say, congratulations for you for it, and to honor you for it, is being a parent that didn't allow pride to stop you for allowing your child to learn or to seek consultations for what could have cost her life. She's doing beautiful. You have a very beautiful, strong, vivacious daughter. And your persistence, and I shared this with her with our consultation, your persistence has paid off. Don't ever think in the hard times and when the yo-yo come, because this is how it is. We went through it, so our children have to go through it too. Don't ever give up. I want to, from one mother to another, don't ever give up. Don't ever give up, because you never know. A lot of times you don't find out, and I had to find this out too. They'll say things to us, but then when they get the chance to talk to the aunties and other people, and before you know it, yeah, my mama. But when we are the ones that have to discipline, when we're the ones that have to teach, a lot of times because they're used to us, just like we were with our parents, we kind of take it for granted, or we feel unappreciated because we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, or what they're doing behind the scenes, what they're saying behind the scenes. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Either way, it's a reflection of us, what our children do. And so I'm want to say to you on live, say you are doing an amazing job considering everything that you've gone through. And I like to make sure that I do that more often for our women. I do coach and counsel young people. I have young men and young women myself. Nieces, nephews. So I've had the experience before I had received any kind of education, and before I went into any form of ministry. I've been doing this, and it's just a beautiful thing to see it pay off. Good job. Able to still have a desire to get an education. Can I say mocation? And just this overall good spirit despite the test and the trial is what I like to be able to pour into our youth, and so, or into all of us, really, if I'm given the opportunity. And so I was able to share with her as well some of the things I had gone through. I said, but can you tell? Can you really tell? No, someone would literally have to come, and I can tell that you have to be in my personal space and deliberately jabbing at me in order to get me to be like, wait a minute here, I need to start beating up somebody. And I don't mean literally, I mean speak up for myself, to let it know, whoa, you will not make me a victim. You can't. And this is where mental illness starts at, you all. On this Wellness Wednesday, I'm feeling encouraged and inspired myself to share with you all that are going through different tests and trials, and you're on your health and wellness journey, to not be discouraged. You're going to hear me say that a lot when you tune in, because I know it can be, because everybody is on their own pace. Everybody is in their own place, and some haven't even started. But when it is your children, when it is your loved ones, I know when it's your mate, I know, I know by now. It's the most challenging thing ever. Shout out to Brother D. We're going to call him Brother D. And how much, oh my God, the brother's been on the vegan ban for like 7 years and growing their own food and doing their thing. And they're in one of the states that are, my God, is very, very toxic. and he is in the grind for making sure that his grandmother that helped raise him, that is 86 years young, can I say young, that has had a multiple of chronic illnesses. He is not giving up. He's like, I've been sharing this with my family and how to eat and telling them about the meats. And he's allowed me to coach him in how to have the strength to stand to stand against the storm, because it's a coaching thing. And he makes sure that he gives and he supports to make sure that he stays on that weekly regimen with his grandma. And so her cancer rate, y'all, count is not nearly as high as it was in December. 5 months later, it's been a journey. And I told him, I'm going to get to a place where I'm able to share this with you all. And they said, well, she could have been completely healed. He's so serious about it. He's like, she could have been completely healed. See, and I let my people, just so you all know, you call them for the coaching. There ain't be no overly professionalized thing where you can't express the stress when you're trying to help your loved ones do. Because I have been there. I am unorthodox, as you all can imagine, when it comes down to loved ones helping or mates helping one another. And it's starting to stress you out because you see where it's helping to heal their bodies when they eat to live and not die, and when they make their medicine and the food their medicine, and I mean healthy food their medicine, and when they're taking their vitamins and their minerals, and when they're getting a lot of the toxicity from around them, you see how it helps. I've been on that journey with mates. I've been on that journey with family members. I've been on the journey with my child, and I promise you, I know the frustration that comes with it. And so we have to be coached. To whoever is the accountability partner has to be coached and needs counseling. And that's what I'm here for. So just in case you all didn't know that do not call in for consultation, and you have loved ones, mates, family, friends, different ones that you want to help, and you wonder, okay, well, I don't want to sound like I'm, being too hard on my such and such, and I don't know how to deal with this. It's okay. That's part of the journey. That's part of the healing journey. When I was working years ago in the nursing field and as a health occupation, we had clients that fought back. And I had to remember, wait a minute, what I learned from is gave me quick reflexes. I could tell you that much. So you coming over just to make sure that they elevated, or just to make sure that they, practice a range of motion just so they won't get bed sores, or you're just trying to make sure that they eat their food. Of course, at that time, I did not know, being so young, that the food was as toxic as it was and why they was rejecting it. Now I know, but nevertheless, I was never harsh with them because I understood that they're in a crisis state, in a health crisis state right now. And nobody wants to be bedbound where you're around a bunch of strangers. And it's the same when you're going through coaching sessions and you're trying to learn what works for you and your body and how to heal your body or your loved one's body. It's a frustrating process sometimes. And it brings out all of those negative spirits and demonic spirits that I call demonic and negative spirits, and the parasitic activities and chemical withdrawal symptoms. As you all know, I'm a certified drug counselor as well. And so I know that spirit that comes with when you're denying the flesh and those parasites of the sugar and the sweets and the chemicals and the artificial drugs that it's been accustomed to using for years. There is a negative reaction that comes from that. And if you're not trained in this and you don't have years on top of years of experience with this, and my God, if you don't have the love of God in you, I got to put it out there like that. If you don't have the love of God in you, which gives you patience, the stress alone can take you out of here, you all. I promise you it can. It can. So I teach my clients that are the accountability partners it's okay to take a day break. It's okay to step back. If the loved one transitioned throughout that time because the illness is that chronic, there's nothing you could do about it anyway. And we have to allow ourselves to be able to distress ourselves from that, because I know I have those who are caregivers, or maybe you have a relative or a coworker or a friend that's doing it, and you want to know how to help them. Well, this is the time to do it. I'm the one that you can call concerning that. And say, well, I just want to get a session for her to let her know she's doing a good job, or he's doing a good job, or to just get an encouraging word from him. In those cases like that, a lot of times I just accept a little simple donation to be able to go in just for the record. I go led by my spirit in concerning that. At that point, it's not about business at that point. It's about, I know that the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. And so that's how I've been able to connect to our people that are really truly in this, for to actually see our people healed and not just see yourself heard, or to make you look like you're a good person. No, this is not, because it's going to bring out all of that. It's the trying of your whole, let me not say patience. This is trying of your whole soul. When someone is going through their health and wellness journey and their healing crisis, because it's a crisis. You're diagnosed with stage 1, 2, 3, 4 cancer. You're diagnosed with type 1, type 2 diabetes. You're diagnosed with high blood pressure. Don't let anybody lie to you. And when you are the one that have to help that person, or when they're suffering from major obesity and now they finally get it that they're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you need some encouragement. You need to know that you got somebody that's in the nitty gritty with you, or maybe through that you'll find that you're not the one that can do it, because it's just taking too much out of you. It's causing too much stress for you. Fear not. Don't beat yourself up. That's what we're here for. That's why I loved a saying that I learned from the Bishop John H. Pettiford. I need you, you need me. We need one another in this. And so I'm at a place now where I say, okay, I'm going to start off this Wellness Wednesday. I didn't even mean to go all the way there, but I wanted to congratulate you as a mother, Sister Tyra, for not giving up and not allowing no form of pride to stop you from going out to get the help that you need for your child. I saw myself in you, and that's important. And I know you want to be on top of your health beat. And so that's challenging when you have your own child, your own children, and here it is, you're trying to heal yourself at the same time. I've been there. I never forget, every October, my body would experience some type of flu-like symptom where it would ache all over. And at this time, all my children were little children at that time. And I was helping to take care of my nephews at the time. And I'm like, oh my God. And it would shut my whole system. I would just ache from all over. And I never forget, one time I did. I said, Lord Father, oh, Jesus, can you just take me? I said, oh. That's how much I was painting. Well, I didn't know that the anemia, being diagnosed with anemia, would cause that type of issue, because I was not taking any minerals and vitamins at that time. I was sleeping maybe once every 3 to 4 nights, because my daughter had a severe sleeping disorder, and so did my husband at the time. I was living off of sugar, artificial sugar, Skittles, Starbursts, Snickers, Kit Kats, whatever had sugar in it, I was using that to stay awake. Lemon juice, you name it, it had to have something sweet in it in order to keep me up and coherent. And I'm like, oh my God, and so about time I've done this throughout the year, you can imagine now it's like clockwork. My body is going to go through all those withdrawals and the shutdown, because I'm trying to get it prepped to eat more soups and do a little bit more herbs, because I knew the winter time was coming. But that's not how it worked. My body started going through withdrawals. And for Noah, I'm experiencing these aches and pains all over my body. And this happened, all it took was for this to happen to me 3 years in a row. And before I know it, through me helping my daughter, and when it helped my husband at the time, I just changed how everybody was eating. And through that, I healed my own body without trying to heal it. See how that worked? And that's what also helped me to get on the road of becoming a naturopath. But I had to suffer. I had some suffering that I had to go through, even though I was the caregiver. And so I'm telling you all now, don't be discouraged. If you get discouraged during this process, of those you all that tune in, please like and share and subscribe, you all. Then Do know that you have a sister here. You have someone that understands to its fullness. And it did. Eventually, it got to a place to where after I realized that there was a healing that could take place, that you could recover from this, from myself and from all the things that my daughter had been diagnosed with, and then seeing the effects that certain things were having on my nephews. I saw that, and now you could not change my mind. I understood help me means that I got to help you be well. And if you try to make me, force me to settle for less or not to do that, then I cannot be a part of your union. How can two walk together except they agree? And you can't tell me that you know what's right. And you know that this is good and healthy. And you know that this can affect my body, your body, the children's body, that you can practice a lot of unhealthy habits, and it causes your spirit to turn into something very toxic to the point to where it starts to stress me out. Because my level of stress is a lot more high. Endurance is a lot more high. I admit, yes, it's a lot more higher. Anyone that's working as the caregiver and that is the go-to person in your family and throughout your friends, and that means your tolerance level is a lot more higher of taking care of the sick and those who are sick within the mind than the average person. You are special. Indeed, you are special. You are. And so I'm saying that to say that once you get us to our max, then you know that means that departure had to take place. You know that means it's time for you to take a break. You got to step back from that thing because you want the healing at that point even more than they do. And that's something that I know that is a stress and something that our people need to be counseled when you encounter, for those who encounter things like this. And so my heart, my prayers are always with you all for this health and wellness journey that we all are on, especially seeing that we are in a very toxic environment today. I fully understand it. And yes, I did have it said, someone asked me, do I still have colon cleansing? Yes, I do. I have colon cleanse. I have the colon purifier in. You can take 2 to 3 tablespoons. If you only have 2, 3, maybe you feel like you only want to lose about 10 or eliminate 10 to 15 pounds of waste, then yes, only 1 tablespoon for you and a cup of water. Go on a 1-day fast at least. There's a regimen that goes with this. It's light based. You can put it in water or in any form of juice. You use some juice, some grape juice or apple, cucumber, whatever juice you want, and you can put a whole heaping tablespoon of that colon cleanse inside a drink and drink it right down. Because if you don't, it's going to gel up. That's the reason why some people take that fiber and use it to thicken their cakes and their cookies and things of that nature. It rises within, and that's what stops you from being able to experience having a diarrhea or being severely constipated. And the heaviness, once it's gathering up the parasites and gathering up the toxic foods or leftover meals that your body didn't fully break down, that's what helps you to have a smooth bowel movement. Sometimes it varies depending on what level of constipation that you are experiencing. It could take anywhere from 24 to 72 hours for you to get that full massive bowel movement. But boy, when you get it, no, you don't have to grab your behind and run to the restroom. No, you won't. But it will happen in a normal fashion to give you time enough to get to the restroom without having to panic. And I know this for a fact because at this point now it's far beyond hundreds that has been taking my particular colon purifier. I'm in the 1,000 ranks now of people for the last over 10 years now that's been taking that colon purifier, and it's a revolving door. It works for those who follow the instructions and take it and don't make it complicated. It works. Okay. And they lost anywhere from 10 pounds to 50 pounds, depending on where you are in your waste amount of waste that your body had. Notice I didn't say weight. Even though it weights you down, it's waste. It's toxic waste. And now that takes me back to one of my, I'm opening up for questions, y'all. At any given time, y'all can ask questions. So to Jamaica, y'all, just for the record, So you all would know that I got the postal thing situated. I am in, let me bend down here. You all's packages is on the way. This is one of the examples of one of the packages that I sent out. This is one of them. Is on the way. Shipment goes off tomorrow. So for those of you all who want shipments, and I just have a cluster of things for you, Sister Jamaica, because I know you've been waiting patiently. You do have the advanced multivitamin. You have all of the things that you need for you and your sons. And then the other ones, different ones, you know who you are. I know she doesn't mind me stating that. So that's the reason why I called her out. But others that's been waiting. So I have tons of shipment going out tomorrow. Today would have been okay, but I learned the lesson the hard way. When you're going out and it's raining, my goodness, stuff gets wet and they can mess with your labels. And then at that point, then if that happens, you all then I give discounts, or either you can have discounts on your next product if that happens, but it does not damage your product, your health product. So got that out of the way, y'all. Questions. Y'all give me some questions. And I know I didn't put much into the chat. Okay. She said, yay. Seeing your patience, possessing your health. And I do. Y'all, I can't express. I wish I had the vocabulary to express just how great it feels to get the support, especially for my sisters, because I know what this world has done to us to make us not really want to support each other. And they do. I'm not gonna get choked up, y'all. I'm not. But it does. And I am not gonna lie, y'all. I'll get amazed of the work that God has done to me. I've been waiting every year, like some of you all, to see if whether or not I'm going to get disappointed or ever feel like not being happy for seeing our people succeed in doing good things and helping one another and taking care of themselves. And I can tell you honestly, from as far as I can think of, from the age of, I say 3, it has not changed. I still, okay, I'm gonna stop. See, because when I slow down, I start getting choked up about it. I start getting choked up about it. Happy. I get elated. You know, some people, it takes a big house. It takes fancy cars. It takes, I got to get my degree to feel like life is worth living. Some people, it takes that. For me, it just takes seeing our people well. It takes me seeing that you're fulfilling your purpose in life. And I am so thankful. I can't thank him enough. I wish I could give this to everybody. But I guess if everybody was happy for everybody, I guess there would be no such thing as a challenge or opposition. I guess it wouldn't be where we would work hard enough. I guess that's part of that balancing act, you know? I guess you wouldn't know what strength, just how strong you are. But I don't believe that you have to be challenged every day, all the time. I don't believe that. I think we have overdid it. And that's what I mean by when you are the caregiver and you are the one that is wanting that truly wants to see your loved ones healed and well. And you're not taking that out on other people because they're not. And that's the reason why I had to take out this time to say, don't give up, don't give in. The one thing I know for sure that you don't want is to have that blood on your hand thinking about that my coulda, shoulda, wouldas. That's one thing I don't have to worry about, even when my former mate and my other family members said, I don't never have to go to sleep thinking about or worrying about, did I do my part as far as trying to bring about awareness about what's good and what's helpful for them. I never have to worry. This is one of the reasons why I had to get my own practice started, because it's more easier to take us for granted. I don't know why we're like that, but it's easier to take it for granted I know why we're like that. This is the way the system is set it up. Unless you set it up like a business and you set this up and you're doing this thing professionally, our people have been trained not to respect it, even though that is not our culture. That's not our culture, you all. That is not the original way we did it. You automatically knew that if it's a mother and you have a garden and you're the cook and you are the baker, you are the one that's providing, you automatically knew that mama, and they like to use the term big mama, but I'm just going to say mama meant me well. Mama's not going to deliberately poison me. Mama knows what to put on that table. Some of y'all may experience having fathers that did it. I know I did. I had mother and father that cooked and that was chefing and that cooked for thousands of people. So it came natural for me. Natural. So I just what I told him, I said, I can't get into no discredit to no culinary art schools or to no credit to no cooking shows. Yeah, I learned some things from it. Yeah, that's why I try my hand at it. But for the most part, the passion and the love of wanting to feed our people came from watching my grandparents and my mother and my father and my aunties and uncles. I just knew that it was my job to implement more of a healthier way of doing this and learning how to make it taste good if it didn't when you're adding different ingredients. And so that leads me to say, yes, you all haven't given up on bringing out my next cookbook. I realize that that is an issue and I have to get on a good foot with it. You all know the monkey wrenches. Can I call them monkey wrenches? But I don't like that term because I found out where that term originally came from. Wrench was created by a black man, as if you all didn't know. That was engineered by a black man, and they were making reference to him being looking like a monkey, meaning the Darwin, where they believe that we derived from apes, you all, and that's where that term was coined by the others. That's called a monkey wrench. So just to give you a little bit of Black history info there for those who didn't know. Y'all, it's a never-ending story, ain't it? But it's a story. It is so. Did no monkey create no wrench, no tool that you had to work on. They had their hands for that. So somebody engineered that being an iron to get tight bolts off. It was us. It was our original Black beautiful men that created that. And so I'm saying that to say that you all know the setback that I've had and that I had to persevere through that. And my job was just not to give up. It's just not easy, but it's just that simple. My job that I had to learn, just as you all have to, especially while on your healing journey, you're going through a healing crisis, is just not to give up. No matter how down and out you feel, and it's starting to rain so much more, y'all. No matter how down and out, and no matter how hard it is, you got to hear that voice. You got to see a face. I don't care if you click on this one time just to see my face and be like, you know what, Dr. Shelf didn't give up, so I can't give up. Use it for that. If she can still smile, and she done said and lost all these loved ones and gone through all this relationship woes and all this crazy stuff, and she can still find something to be happy about, then surely I can too. And I's not a millionaire. Can I say it like a country girl? I's not. Oh, no, that sounds like a runaway slave. I's not. I's not a millionaire. But I do believe that if I don't give up, God is going to bless me through you all and many others to be rewarded for the work that I am doing to help save as many people that will allow me to, with the grace of God, not out of anything else, just through the grace of God, just through the help of Mother Nature and through his creation, that he'll help me to be able to do that. And so, all right, question time, Dr. Shelf. How do you help an elderly person who has been diagnosed with an overactive parathyroid? First of all, I would need to know what she's eating. Usually, it could be a number of things when you're talking about an overactive thyroid. But it's most definitely linked back to the type of food. And if that elderly person is on any type of drugs or medications, so I do have to say, since you're already on the books for consultations, you can call in and let's chitty chat about it. But I cannot just give you a blanket out here in the open of all the list of things that you have to do in order to make sure that we get that thyroid level regulated to a normal rate when we're talking about an elderly person that's been diagnosed with. Usually, if that be the case and it gets to that point, that means they're diagnosed with other conditions. That much I know for sure. That automatically affects the thyroid gland level. I have a sister personally, that's a personal one for me. I have a sister that's suffering with it for this day, and she has her regimen, Pacific regimen, based around her, but it is a journey. That's what I would have to say. It is a journey of changing how you eat to live and not to die. And we want to make sure too that the iodine level is low. So you have to get those checked, those levels checked. Now this is where doctors come into play. But if you don't want to go back and forth to the doctor, then there's no way of really knowing when you're talking about the thyroids outside of when it start to swell and cause a person to pick up weight or lose a tremendous um, amount of obvious weight. And so either way, you want to make sure that you call in for a consult so I'll know exactly what they've been diagnosed, other things that they've been diagnosed with before that, and then also what they're eating and what kind of medicines or drugs that they may be taking in or that's been prescribed to them. And then that will help me to be able to give you um, a more accurate assessment of what we need to do concerning her type of active thyroids. Okay. Any more questions? Questions? Y'all, I'm ready. Unless y'all want me to go by show of likes or let me know. And do anybody wants me to get started on this, how to eat to live too? Yes, I give you all the options because I know that we have other things that's in here that we can talk about. We can always talk about a lot of things, but this is you all's time. I have this set up for you all to have this time up until is that time right, you all? It's 5:30. I say up until about 6:30 is my go-to time here, possibly 7. So it's your all time. Take advantage of free. You all paying for this now. Y'all pay for your internet, you pay for your phone, get your free counseling, your coaching in or questions. You're very welcome, sis. Or it's questions for loved ones and family members as well. I know they may not listen sometimes unless they get it direct. So like, share. That's all I can say. And then let them ask the question if they like. And then we can go from there. But I've always got something that, update. Parasite cleansers, y'all get on the parasite cleanser. I saw where they're broadcasting here now. I guess for him to run though for some type of office. I haven't dived into it enough. Where John F. Kennedy, even though we know he still supports vaccinations, but he has most definitely been a voice. I will address this part because he is in that political reign that's making health decisions for our people. This is the reason why he's relevant. And the only one in the office. Hey there, how you doing? I don't know which D this is. How do I have products to kill? Do you have products to kill parasites? Actually, the colon cleanser I have actually takes and absorb and pulls out parasites in the system. The sea moss actually helps as well. From on here for the parasites as well. It helps to fight off those radical cells and nourishes the skin. It depresses. It's a mucus destroyer. So once you get rid of the excess amount of mucus that's carrying the chemicals and carrying the sugar, automatically the parasites does not like the powdered purple sea moss. They do not like that, and that's just $40 a bag, as you see. I'm actually going to start taking some myself, not because I've been eating pork or parasitic things, but because I know some of them are born and I just like feeling clean, and so I'll take it for a week, a teaspoon a week. And that's how, remember I chimed in, or maybe you don't remember the Arena Auntie. Arena. Oh, Ariana Auntie, how you doing? So good to see you. Yeah, good to see you. Um, I'll take, like, when I was allowing myself to be open and vulnerable, and my daughter's like, "Your neck getting fat, mama, your neck getting fat," and I was saying how I was eating more of the bean pies, and what it was the wheat and the crust there that I really thought about. I said, "Wait a minute, what have I changed that's caused a swelling, that's causing me to get this little extra fat on me that I don't need?" And it did. It affected my sleep. And so I had to stop eating that particular type of pie because it was causing need to swell some. As you all see, if you look on here and about a couple of more, you go back to a couple other sessions, you can see the difference. See, I promise. Remember, it was a bunch of rolls there. It was. I was a fat neck, y'all. I was a fat neck, and I'm too small to be a fat neck. Okay, so I put myself on the chopping block for that. Okay. As you can tell, I was not sensitive about my appearance. But what it made me concerned about was the thyroids. I was trying to make sure that there was no swelling from it, since that was when I asked the person, well, what is it that women now, yours not homemade, what what is it that you do? Because they were willing to fix me the vegan kind. And I said, well, okay, well, I'll get you the what's called crust. Well, I just tried it a few times. And because my body is not accustomed to trying anything on a regular basis that is not 100% all natural with no preservatives, it reacts right away. It reacts. So some of y'all can do that. You might not notice it, but I can't do that and not notice it. And so, and that was a stressful time that I was experiencing, and it caused me to get more sluggish. And I was like, oh, wait a minute now, something ain't right. I was going to a while, working out, and then all of a sudden I didn't feel like I wanted to. Well, I don't know about y'all, but I can't do that on a regular basis and not feel uncomfortable. I can't, I got to have my swiftness. And before I know it, my legs would start feeling tired coming up the stairs. I'm like, wait a minute, what's really going on here? And somebody said, well, you finna turn another age. No, this is a myth. You got 70, 80, you got 60, 70, 80-year-old people that can walk up a flight of stairs that's fit and in shape. And surely I'm not finna settle for that, and I haven't even hit 50 yet. Come on now. Can I get an amen? They said, Huckam Messiah. Okay, good to see you too. How do I order the products? You call in to the 618. Thank you all for helping me out. Greetings, family. I'm going to put it in there now. You already call into the 618-388-8100 number. For those who all don't want to pay by card, I do have a means in the way you can pay by card. But Cash App is what is my norm. And I'm going to put it in there. See if it'll let me. Yeah, I think it'll let me. To order products, that's the 618-388-8100 number. Sister, please put your name and your address in there. And for the products that I do have in stock and anything that's on back order, I will let you know. It usually take about a few weeks, but it shouldn't take as long. Because guess what, y'all? I got good news. They're going to feature my products on the news, y'all. It's going to get featured on the news. I know I scared some of y'all. I'm sorry. They're going to feature him on the news, you all. So it's going to go viral. So those of y'all that's already in the norm for the regular shipping, well, what I mean by viral, I mean where it's going to increase in sales. And so I'll be able to turn over a lot faster, you all. That's what I was needing. I was volunteered through a client of mine. They saw what I was doing. They knew my story. They knew what was going on. It's like, no, doctor, look, Dr. Felicia, we just happy to see that you didn't give up, and we want to help you to get this out here. And I'm like, that's why I say, y'all, be careful how you treat people. Be careful, because the opportunity was given to me a few years ago. But because of the person that I was with, showed them some negative energy, let me put it like that. They put it to the back burner and they went ghost. And then before I know it, I felt that that's what it was. And so before I know it, I run into the person when I'm out in Whole Foods, and I wind up running to the person again. And they say, I'm still running the showcase. I was like, what? And they're like, it's good to see you doing well. I didn't know your daughter transitioned. It went on and on and on. And before I know it, it turned into, let's get your products out there, y'all. So you all will be able to experience, I'm sharing that good news to say that you all will be able to experience getting more earlier turnover, to where if something's on back order, I know I'll be placing it right back into the products, but then at the same time, I'll be able to give more. I'll be able to help more. And so that's why I'm looking so forward to it. So y'all keep me in the prayers with that. Yes, but God, yes. How do I order? Okay, let me put it in. Thank you for the congratulations. Yes, Sister Jamaica, yeah, we're going to do this thing. See, what I want to do, I'm going to tell you how old school I want to go back to doing, y'all. For real, for real. Can I say for real, for real? Okay. I want to go back to where, how I expressed that any of you all to know anyone that have organic gardens, or meaning all natural gardens where they're growing foods with heirloom seeds that are not genetically modified. I want to get to the place to where those of you all, as long as God bless me to be able to have the products and good, wholesome things for you all in your health and wellness journey, to where I'm able to send out boxes, like the box that I just showed you all, big boxes in advance, like what you see some of the others doing that's sending you trash. Let me turn it to Urkel. Did I say that? That's so eager to send y'all genetically modified junk. And it tastes so light and it tastes so right, but it's not. I want to be able to send that in advance so you all be able to set up your payment plans for those who say, okay, I don't, I need to be able to pay for the first or and you got to set up automatically where you ought to get it then. That's what I would like to do. And so I believe I'm going to get to that place where I can do it, or I have so much to give to where I'm able just to send it out and you all just be the support system that you can be, and I to you. That's where my heart is at in there. So I have to share that. All right. Okay. To order, let me put in there my apologies. Let me say call or text. I see the text is first, you all, just for the record. And you can leave a voicemail. If I have missed a voicemail or a text and you think that I'm not responding within 24 hours or fast enough, Monday through Friday, I do see that. And sometimes I check it for the on Saturdays, you all. Sometimes I do. Then that means simply call back in again. Try again, like we do when we want to do anything else. When persistence pays off. I promise you it do. Don't get upset, y'all. No, that's what happened with black folks. They never do this. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that. I was trying to put in their voice and say 6-1. Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all. I'm just typing in there till I see the next question. And be quiet for a second, y'all, so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, hearing that rain got Mary in my head. In the morning, it'll be all right. The sun is going to shine. Please, sun, shine. Shine, sun, shine. Okay. I just had to have that moment. Thank y'all for letting me have that moment. But I love seeing the rain because I know somebody's crop is happy as long as it doesn't flood. And hearts out to those who's going through the flood. I pray that they have found what, gotten the help they need. I know, shout out to all my brothers and sisters that's doing missionary work in that field as well. I got several that I know across the globe that are working to help those in need. And I mean, truly doing it where, there's no question about how much they are doing. Because it's what they've been doing for a long time. And after a long track record, what's the real deal and what's not, And I just want to give a shout out to all of the pastors and missionaries and other organizations that are truly helping our people and putting all of the proceeds right back to them for that. I know personally how that feel to go through a crisis and have to question whether or not I'm getting everything that was due to me. So I personally know how that feels now too. And so hat outs. The way I deal with negativity for the most part is to think of the positive. Just thankful that that people were able to share and had the mind and the thought to, and to reach out and say, hey, where you at, girly? Hey, Doc, where you at? And so that's what I'm thinking. So I'll put that in the chat, sister, for the products. And Once again, since this is Wellness Wednesday, it's only in order. Sea moss is 40. You get 2 bags of a colon cleanse to kill off parasites, and it helps to cleanse the gut and to get rid of excess amount of waste. And it helps to clear the skin. Let me name off again because it's been a minute since I have. It's known for lowering the cholesterol, lowering any type of form of blood pressure. As you know, when you all don't have excess amount of waste on you, especially if you're eating something that could raise your blood pressure or caused by stress, it helps with that. Aids with promoting heart health automatically. It's a it is a pre-probiotic, you all, which promotes gut health. It promotes healthy bowel movements, enhance with the digestive system, regulates blood sugar in the body, relieves irritable bowel syndromes. It boosts the immune system. See how all that go together? Very, very high in fiber, you all. So that's $40 to get 2 bags of this. It ranges from anywhere from 21 days to 30-day supply, depending on whether or not you have to take 1 scoop or 2 to 3 scoops a day in a 8-ounce to 10-ounce glass of water or pure all natural juice. Okay. And that's how you take that. And then, of course, the mental boost is on back order. But if you order in advance, at least you can get it and you'll be first on the list. Everybody knows that by now. You're first on the list to receive yours. This is 60. It's 65 now instead of 75 for the advanced multivitamin. That was the discount, my May baby discount, and I did it, I believe, for Black History Month as well. The little bitty month they gave us. 65 now for the advanced multivitamin. So for those that were waiting for it being on back order, your order is going out this week. If for anything come up and you don't get, let me know, because I pay for insurance to have that to come back, and that insurance is not cheap. Okay, and so I want to make sure that you all get your products out. And then I still do have some attention left. I do have attention, but I'm not going to do the production of this anymore, because I think that once people try the mental boost in advance, and then you all have other things that you have, it's really, that was helpful for our youth. I may keep it just for our young people that's in school and college, or people that have heavy jobs, entrepreneurs, that's dealing with a lot of stress. And then I also have the chlorophyll, you all. That's about to go on. I'm saying back order, but keep in mind that as of next week, when I go ahead and set up for range, and this is the chlorophyll is 30. I have it at 30 now. And it's a whole 2-ounce bottle, 1 elixir, 1 drop. Let me make sure I do that right. 1 drop of the chlorophyll. It don't take a lot. Let me make sure I say that right. And it's completely plant-based. You have your level of copper or chlorophyll in here. It's one of the purest forms: organic vegetable, glycerin, water, and organic peppermint. You have peppermint oil in there as well. It will help with killing off parasites as well, you all. It helps give fresh breath, better bowel movement. It takes away the stench from out of the bowel movement as well. So it works as it says, mix 1.5 milligrams into water or cold beverage 1 or 2 times a day, 1 or 2 times a day. And so the chlorophyll works wonders for those who all don't know about chlorophyll. This is your green leafy abstract from there, but this one has peppermint oil in there as well that helps to break down and helps to suppress any bad appetites and cravings for the food. So that means it automatically can help kill also ward off parasites as well. That's something that you won't hear people say much, but it is a known fact. Okay, so chlorophyll is that. So I advise you all to call in to get that as well for $30. You can't beat that. And then I still have B12 that's good for boosting the immune system. Absolutely delicious. Yeah, I'm hear me say that. Delicious. I literally make a fruit juice out of this, you all. I don't be playing. They say take 1 drop. I might do 2. After all, it does boost the immune system, and it's one of the most powerful berries and the highest antioxidants that you can have, especially when you're trying to make sure that you're in, and you're in these different environments, you are, and you feel like you're getting a little hazy, woozy, a little mucus buildup. You feel, or you just wanted to do it for a preventive message. With this being all natural, nothing but elderberry, you don't have to worry about not having, but just make sure you don't overdo it, because y'all want to taste something that tastes like a grape juice. Okay, so you can take this straight and get your little sweet little grape taste into the system, or either you can take it and put it in your drink as well and drink it on down, one whole syringe, and then voila, you done boost your immune system. All right. I'm on the road. What else did I have, y'all? Let me see. And that too was $30 for the elderberry. And I have the colloidal silver in the house. Watch your mouth, okay? Now you say, right, okay, the colloidal silver, the reason why I love this is because it is more flexible than what I had expected. Will not take it down straight right away, drinking it liquid. Yes. What else can I do or give them? Okay, and then you have the colloidal silver that's good for cleansing out the system, respiratory system, asthma. All my parents, come on, y'all, with all these diagnoses of our children being diagnosed, especially during this season, allergies and being diagnosed with asthma on a regular. I'm seeing a high increase of asthma, children being diagnosed with asthma as early as the age of 1 and 2. Come on, y'all. This is the time when they're still on milk and they're eating a lot of stop the junk food, y'all. The junk food. I can't stress enough. Bread, crackers, snacks, chips, all that mucus forming for the baby's chest, their lungs, the respiratory system is clotted with mucus. Chlorophyll, colloidal silver, a couple of drops, pulls all that mucus up. Let them cough it out. Show them how to cough it out. And I'm speaking to the mothers now. Show your child how to cough. Don't make them think that that's a bad thing. Hand them their little Kleenex and then spit that out and let it go. When they see you do, they do. Remember, they are little recorders. They knew everything we do. Okay. Show them how to do it. If you have a special needs child and you cannot get them, then you might want to get a little syringe or something that could clear it out. You notice them coughing, keep them elevated if you can. Keep them elevated up, and at some point it'll either come out of the nostril or either drain it from out of the nostril. And if you see that they're having little runny eyes, then that's just merely the excess amount of mucus that's being secreted out of the body. Don't make them feel bad and guilty about it, or either it will come out through the stool. Chlorophyll is that. And you also, I've learned that it helps to reduce cataracts and inflammation in the eyes as well. One drop, you all, one drop. You try one drop in the morning, one drop in the evening. You all have heard my testimony concerning the colloidal silver. And then there are many that are using the colloidal silver where they're mixing it inside of their creams. I have not done that yet, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I told y'all I'll keep it 1 million, but they are using it to cleanse their skin and cleanse their face. For something that costs $30, I'm not gonna lie you all, that I can use for inflammation or respiratory issues with all of the different viruses and things that's going on out here. I'm not finna be using them on my face. Distilled water, here I come with a little bit of coconut oil or a little bit of vitamin E. I'm not playing about that, y'all. So I recommend our women and our men to get with the program. Use these products for what you need it for. That is very critical. That causes most of our illnesses, and that's the excessive amount of mucus that's holding viruses, excess amount of viruses, and that's feeding the parasites in you. Okay? So colloidal silver, it is one drop in the tongue. Tastes mostly like water. You think it won't do anything, but you're going to find out real quick, like literally within the first 10 to 15 minutes, it'll start running out all that excess amount of mucus within you. So in some cases, you might want to take it in the evening or whenever you're not at work, if you don't want to have to be sneezing and doing a whole lot of extra. So that's the only thing about the chlorophyll, okay? What else? B12 in the house. Watch your mouth. Oh, energy. Okay. We know that B12. Don't play. I got the most natural of the B12. You can shake it. It says shake up well. 1.5 syringe for children. 1 millimeter for adults. Under the tongue. Refrigerated after you open it. It is entirely 100% plant-based. Mine is 2-ounce bottle. So you get your whole month supply out of this. Y'all stop it. I had to stop my niece. Christian, where you at? That's my little mini me, my twin. She's in college now, and she's also a kindergarten school teacher. She's just as smart as she want to be. She was the one that I was supposed to get to help with my media. But because of her crazy schedule, my crazy schedule, it did not happen the way I wanted it to. But she likes to drink this. Oh, Auntie TT, do you have what? Christian is 22 now. Look, TT, can they please get some of that B12? And she just drinks it because it's sweet. She's, oh, Uncle. I said, stop that. I said, stop that. Don't do that. This just cause it's sweet. Don't mean you're supposed to just take it down and just take it all willy-nilly. I was like, Lord have mercy, help my baby. But nevertheless, yes, energy, but she needs for energy because she's a college student, full-time college student, and then working full-time. And then she has her own media platform as well, doing a beautiful work, a beautiful job. My children, they just at a place where they like everybody else. If they feel a little wheezy, they know, Mama, what you got? I'm like, oh, really? I give you all a set of what y'all need for the month supply, and this is what you asked me is what I got. So yeah, I'll keep it 1 million with y'all. Yeah, I go through what a lot of everybody else go through, and that's what I told one of my other brothers. Hey there, brother John Green, I saw your text. I pray everything is well with you all. But that's what we have. And then I'm thinking about taking the zinc off of the market, even though it's powerful for us to have the zinc mixed with the vitamin C. But the only reason why I'm considering it with the zinc is because there's a wide market for the zinc. And I know a lot of people are into taking the zinc as a tablet, not as a liquid. I'm learning that. However, you're missing out on the immediate effect, you all, that the zinc have on you when you take it with real potent vitamin C, especially when you're not eating foods that's loaded with vitamin C. So keep that in mind. But that's my powerful 7 is that I'm looking for what I want to call my divine supernatural 7. Yeah, I want it to be the multivitamin, liquid multivitamin, and for the mental boost, you all, and then the powdered purple sea moss, the colon cleanse, the chlorophyll, the colloidal silver. Is that 7? The B12. Why that? Why those 7, Dr. Shell? I'm glad you asked. See how I know how to ask some questions, y'all? Keep asking questions. If you got any question, I will look into the chat. Oh, I'm going to get to that statement. Yeah. Why that powerful 7? You need, once you cleanse the system with the colon purifier and the chlorophyll, you need to be able to restore the body to the proper minerals that it needs so you can have the proper energy so the brain can think and function properly. So all the rest of your organs can have what it needs and minerals it needs to keep them healthful and youthful, and so you can keep nice skin and you can be able to stay into as close as you can into whatever weight size for your height, your age, your stage, and where you are. So the advanced multivitamin will help with providing those minerals that you need in a good, tasty old way there. And it's easy to take, and it's liquid and penetrates so much faster. And then the sea moss allows it to get that 102 minerals that the body needs, the bones need to live. Can these bones live? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. But with 1 teaspoon of sea moss, at least for a week or 2 straight, and then mellow off and see how you feel, how you do. Because as you know, the sea moss is a mucus destroyer. We learned this from Dr. Sebi. Honduras is the place that we receive most of them, and then it enhanced. Oh, watch out, males! It enhanced the masculine health and the libido. Holla, okay, for our women, you're men, or suffering with erectile dysfunction, or men, you are sea moss, powdered sea moss, 1 teaspoon a day. This is your natural without having to worry about putting your eyesight at risk, putting your kidneys at risk with fooling with these over-the-counter so-called elixirs that you think that's going to enhance you male-wise. Sea moss. Fight radical free cells, cancer. You know what that means. It fights against cancer cells, you all. Promotes good visual health. Too many of our people are walking around with vision problems, and they're not realizing that the sea moss are organic, all natural, tested for radiation, good healthy dose of powdered sea moss. 1 teaspoon is highly potent, can help you with your vision. I say take it for about 30 days or 21 to 30 days faithfully. You will be able to tell the difference. I am going to start on my regimen of my sea moss this week myself. Not because of no particular reason, just because, well, I take that back, bone health. I'm almost going to hit. This is my birthday month, so I'm going to just do that just to be on a regimen. Fights infections. So any infections, bacterial infections, you all, I highly encourage it. Y'all got young people, and some people are fighting still with herpes and sexual diseases and infections from cancerous sores and diabetes and all that. Sea moss promotes heart health. Need I say any more? Breaks down in the heart health. You don't have to worry about clogged arteries with the sea moss. Promotes. Here we go, sister. Sister Thompson that asked the question. Thyroids. Sea moss can help in that way. I recommend you to watch it for the first day, for the first week or two. Give me a call and let me know. Good for healthy thyroid function. Good for boosting the immune system. Good for skin. Antidepressants. I got all this label on the back of when you order your sea moss. You all your powder refined purple, darker the berry, sweeter the juice. In this case, the darker the seaweed, the most highly effective it is. Okay, so I'm not going to take anything away from that. And then what else did we have? So I do that, the bone marrow. This will be part of my divine supernatural 7, you all. And then of course, you all know when you want to boost yourself for energy, even though once you heal the body, you have natural energy that will flow throughout you anyway. And of course, the B12 will help with that extra energy for those you all that work, got regiments, you're working outside, you need the extra energy. B12 will always help balance it out. Your B6, B3, 312. I pick B12 because it's extra strength. Because we have, some of us have a lazy bone, or when the body is going through its morphing from out of being sick as well, you need that extra boost, that extra energy. So mine is extra strength. Not only is it just a regular B12, it's an extra strength with nothing but that in it. And once again, you shake this up, 1 millimeter of that, or either half for children. You don't give a child a whole one. Most of our kids don't need no extra energy, no way. So we're not going to worry about that. So keep that away from them, because once they taste it and see it's sweet, and then you're going to have little Johnny up in the refrigerator sneaking to my little boy, what you doing up in my B12? No wonder why you didn't want to go to sleep for 5 days. Okay, that was a little extreme, but you get the picture. Okay. All right, y'all. Questions. Colon cleanse. Yes, I have your colon cleanse in your shipment. Sister Jamaica, I have you 4 bags of it in there. Let me know if that is enough, because I know you have 2. So I don't mind reiterating. I have a name for your 7. Go, shoot me, get me with it. Go ahead, hit me with it. Hit me with it. 7, I will send it later today. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I have to look at that. Okay. Yes, ma'am. I will wait. Okay. Let me know if I can be any assistance. Of course, D. Thank you. I need help. That's the hardest thing for firstborn to say, y'all, that's used to having to do multiple things, is that they need help. Unless you're carrying in some bags of groceries. I'm not gonna lie, but no, I know. I will send your number, D, to me, and then we can go from there. I just finished a farming class. I am working on having an organic garden. Please, somebody, let me showcase. Can I please showcase the organic garden? I will travel for that. Yes, I will, and I will pay for your organic goods. You heard me say it on live. Save this clip and be like, hey, remember this, Dr. Chef? You said you would pay, because I had to start over again. Yeah, that's the sad part about when you having to move and when you having to start over, is that now you don't think about your garden, and that's what I mean. That's how, when you know the adversaries in a place where they're not thinking about life, they're thinking about everything else but what you need for your family, and how you do need to practice what we preach. And so I'm still happy. And this is the season where, when I find plants and I know that different ones are gardening, I like bringing or sending plants to you all to garden that you may not have. So for instance, one of my clients, I sent her an olive tree, and I also sent her, what else? A banana tree. So I say, okay, I'll be back to it about maybe about a year or 2. God said the same, and I expect to be able to get come and pick me something from off that tree. That's how you can thank me. They didn't have to pay for it. And so I'm just so thankful that I was able to think to do that, seeing that I didn't have my garden anymore. But I am also take more garden classes. And if you want to start up something, sister, where maybe once out the week, that's how we can help one another. If Sister D, if you're still there, if you are interested in us doing the hosting the class or showing how you garden, I'm interested in that as well too. I got 2 other people that were talking about it, but we have not set a schedule. So maybe that's something that we can do, even if it's just one segment out the month. Maybe that's what Fitness Friday could be. Fun Fitness Friday can be. Or Wellness Wednesday. We can always incorporate anything for Wellness Wednesday. So let's talk. Let's chitty chat. Call me. If you still have the 314 number, or get it from your niece, then we can go from there. Or email me at Dr. Chef Health and Wellness at gmail.com, and then we can go from there. Okay. All right. I have a name for. Okay. I read that. Yes, yeah, I'm happy, and I am surprised I'm happy in this rain. But when I tell you that is the joy of being healthy. What did I have today? I only had my green tea today, so I have not even eaten. Did I say that right? I have not eaten today, and I don't have the feel. What I've been mostly doing this time, how this week is. What's been on my list? Heirloom tomatoes. And I've been doing the mixed greens, the all natural mixed greens. One, because that's all that I could get that was homegrown at the time, and then I had a chickpea sauce that I made. I had that, and I sliced my tomato and I just rubbed it over that, and then I set it on the lettuce, and I just been chowing away, and I promise that was the life. When I tell you it was good, it was good. I mean, tasty good. And the tomatoes was on the sweet end, y'all. It actually tastes like the fruit that it originally is. That most people are like, tomato not a fruit because you're getting all the artificial ones that are not right. That's why you don't think that it's a fruit. But you go into other countries or other areas, so people that have heirloom tomatoes, some of y'all don't realize, yes, the tomato is a fruit. It tastes sweet. It tastes good. And I love it. And so I had that and my mixed greens and a chickpea hummus sauce that I made, and that was my like salad. And my green olives, my pitted green olives, is what I've been chowing down on for the most part. And grape dark cherry tea and green tea. And what else? That's been it for this week, and that is exactly what. And of course, I've been taking my advanced multivitamin. And what else I had? Vitamin C, and that just slimmed down my neck so fast. When I tell you that the body is so forgiving, you all, it's so forgiving. It's a miraculous. When he said he beautifully and marvelously made us, he did. And you all can, as some of you all is tuning in, you know it's true. You've seen it. Sister Jamaica, she was letting me know her what I call a can I get the turkey? And I used to say, y'all know when I get that little half of a smile, y'all gonna learn me. Then that means I'm really finna go into my sister thing. What I call a 5-star chick. What I call a 10-star chick, or a real woman, is one that's learned her body and that knows who she is. That's what I call a real healthy woman. That's who I call a 5-star. It doesn't mean that others that is not on top of their health game or don't have nothing to offer, we not gonna hate, we gonna appreciate whatever it is that you do that's great and good. But I say that because when you're on top of your health game, you all, that means you plan on doing it for a while. And you plan on doing it in good health, with a healthy mind, a healthy spirit. Ain't nothing more fire than that. Can I use that term? Ain't nothing better than that. It gives you patience, and gives you endurance. It gives you strength. It gives you natural beauty. It's just a beautiful thing. And I love it when I hear our women come to tune in and say, I don't look my age, which I want to say happy belated birthday, Sister Jamaica. I didn't get a chance. Went over some of the things I know that you were 1st of March. the second, third of March. I look at her, she got a salad bowl. I'll see she flexing. And you all have to know that's a big deal when you have special needs children or young adults. That's the hardest thing for us to do. That's why I shared early on with you all why it was so challenging for me. In the beginning, I sacrificed my body, my health in the beginning of working with my daughter. It's so easy to forget about yourself when you're caring for your loved ones. So easy. And not just because you're trying to on purpose, but because you're tired. Just tired you mentally. You're trying to figure out how to best care for them. And so when I hear a mother or anyone that's caring for others, and you're actually implementing yourself first too, or taking care of yourself too, you've learned what it means to really live your life like it's golden. And that means that you understand that your life is supposed to be golden, that you're supposed to, that this is no more than your reasonable, natural, supernatural service to yourself too. That's love. That's love. I know a lot of us say, no, baby, not until I get my nails, not until I do this, not until I get my hair done, nah. No. All that stuff gonna fade away, y'all. It's gonna fade away. It's gonna fade away. All of that's not, no, it's not here or there. That's not it. I clip my nails every single, like once a month, just so I can get more work done. And because I don't like excess amount of buildup inside of my nails. And so I clip them. Matter of fact, I just clipped them again today, the other day. And so I know that my body is operating, it is growing. I do that for my toes and my nails. I do that on purpose to see if things are growing. I just clipped my hair. I got my split ends cut, and it's been over 6 months. Yeah, it's been over 6 months, and I said, okay, go and chop away. Let me see what it do. Let me see if it grow back. I wrapped my hair so much to where it was thinning my edges, and it didn't matter what I was using. I could see it's growing, but I was taking it right back out because I was wrapping my hair so much. And that's the reason why you saw me switch up with some of the hats too, some of the way, and letting it air off now so it can get some vitamin D, some sun. And yes, I don't have grays or anything like that. It's still thick, but I did notice within the past 2 years of all the different changes I was then dealing with, stress was starting to make the top thin a little bit, and I didn't like that. I noticed that, and I was like, wait a minute here. What's going on here? And the only thing I could associate that with was mostly the stress. And this is the reason why I say for this Wellness Wednesday, just note that it's so important that you all remember to keep yourself stress-free as much as possible, not by stressing others out and then want to say, I want to be stress-free, but by actually practicing that all the way around with your family, with your mates. Don't be the stress and then run away and then say that, oh, I couldn't handle the stress. No, you couldn't handle it because you're causing it. And you cause it by not taking good help and good care of yourself. That's the bottom line. And we all can see it. When you don't practice what you teach and you know what it is, you're destroying yourself for the lack of the knowledge that you choose not to apply. And that's why I like to address that scripture that a lot of, I see your statement. I like to address that scripture that we like to quote, that I'm for so-called Christian people and those who believe in the Bible, and say our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. But some type of way they conveniently leave out. Let me make sure I quote this right. Our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Let me quote this right. Let's go here, because I know I have some of my pastors and ministers and different ones that come that tune in. But I notice, if you all haven't, I noticed that we like to leave out one major factor in this scripture, because it is true. This one is most definitely true, not questionable at all. And if it is questionable, it's because there's something going on. There's a glitch there. The scripture that states that people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. If it's given to me, because it's raining up a storm out here, y'all. I just want to make sure that I read it word for word. Let me get this right. I want to read your comment in a second, sister. Is your mental liquid for dementia, Alzheimer's disease? If not, what products do you have for that? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It helps with that. And for those of us that may be experiencing a little bit of memory glitches or forgetting keys and things of that nature, then I recommend only 1 tablespoon. Yes, ma'am. Yes, it is. Okay, it's Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. It says that my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. But catch this part, because you have rejected the knowledge. And I just shared that with one of my mothers that were battling with cancer at 86, and her grandson want to make sure that he keeps her on a health list. Now she saw the numbers drop tremendously. The doctors was giving up on her for having pancreatic cancer, stage 4, and they were wanting to take the liver, take and perform surgery and get her started on radiation. At 86, you all, I said, well, that means they were finished with you. They was ready to have you done. And they would have most definitely. It's going to take a miracle. Oh, it's going to take a miracle for you to come out of that. Once they zap you and say that they're done with you and going on almost 90 with stage 4 cancer. Well, I'm here to tell you all now, 5 months later, that this woman is up, walking around, answering doors, doing everything they're supposed to do. And even in the midst of her falling off a few times and thinking that she could get by her grandson, that I am coaching and counseling. Now we're finally at the stage, because she's a tough cookie from a part of her family is from Barbados. And if you all don't know about the people from Barbados, those little people from Barbados, then you need to do a little homework. Very strong will, but they ate from nature as well. But nevertheless, she grew up knowing about eating from the earth. So our body could not take and consume all of these toxic foods without it showing up eventually at this age. But she's such a little woman, little bitty woman, like my daughter was, barely 14 and 80 some pounds. And here it is. She thought that she could have excess amount of waste on her. And when she started to get on her health regimen with me, she wound up taking and losing that excess amount of waste that would actually put her in her range that we're accustomed to seeing with the Chinese women and those that are on that height in that stage. But bottom line is that she was getting a little concerned. But I said, but let's go back to your test results that you got in less than 6 weeks of constantly going back and forth and seeing your cancer rate going up to over 100, and we reduced it 58% just from you eating to live within what, 6 weeks. And the doctors are baffled after giving up, saying, are you all prepared to do something else, meaning to let her go? Because if we're not going to give her chemotherapy, then that means you all need to be prepping for her to die. That's where she was at in December. As of this month, she's able to see Mother's Day with her children, with 3 generations, grandson, grandchildren, great grandchildren, because she decided to start eating to live. And now she's like, I don't want it. She's a feisty one too. She said, well, I just want to know if I can just call you straight myself. She wants to boot her grandson out. Brother D, if you watch it, yes, I'm covering you. I'm covering you. She wants to boot her grandson out the way because she don't want him telling off on her when she thinks she's gonna do her little cheat stuff. Because he's making sure he stays on top of her tests, right? Every month and giving them to me. And I'll tell him, I said, ma'am, he paying. He's paying for this, and he's your accountability partner. And I had to strive it to it like this. And I don't know what better kind of way of saying it to explain, especially to parents. I'm just going to say mother because she's a mother. And so I said, do you realize? I said, they don't teach this in America, really, in no medical school or holistic school that I've been to. If they do, correct me if I'm wrong. And it's all right. I don't mind being corrected. But here goes. That when your mother, I said, well, how is he your grandson? And she says, on my mother's way. Well, mind you, he lost his mother from cancer. He lost his mother from cancer. So he's got a built up fear. And through that process, he started to learn how to eat to live for the past 7 years almost. And so he's done went on a frenzy trying to make sure he keeps his family healthy. That's including his grandmother that helped raise him. And I'm not gonna lie, and December was so heated. I had so much pressure on me leading up to the anniversary of my daughter's passing. And so I wasn't trying to really take on any other heavy consultations during that time. I was trying to learn how not to overdo it. But this brother was so persistent. He was not taking no for an answer. He said, I know you. He let the God in him spoke to him because he believes in God. He said, no, you're the one that can help me. Because I guess he saw the fight in me and he's figured it out. And he was referred to me by another person that works in the health field. And so he said, no, I need you. That's disappointing to me. I can't take no for an answer. I need you to help me with this little woman. I can't lose her. I'm not ready. And boy, did I hear that determination in him. And I said, okay, brother, my God. I said, brother, do you know it's going to cost us an arm and a leg for everything? This woman has been diagnosed with everything under the sun. I said, you put me to the test, right? I mean, y'all just feel smack on the anniversary of December the 19th of my daughter's, December 13th, my daughter's anniversary of Najee's passing. So you can imagine how tough that was. But I said, oh, Father, okay, I've been here before. I hear the determination of this young man. And I know what it is to lose a mother. He's already lost his mom. And I know what it is to lose a grandmother. He's already lost it. And she's already at death's door. And so I did. I worked with him. And boy, now she's at the point 5 months later, which, well, I just want to talk to you myself. And because I just want to know when I'm feeling down and low, can I call you myself? And I said, so you mean just boot him out the way? And so I said, sure you can, but just understand that I can't send mixed messages, mother. And she said, no, that's fine. I just want to do this. I need somebody to talk to me that is going to understand. When I say she's a feisty one. So I said, well, mother, I said, well, as long as you're willing to, I said, are you okay with us using this as a testimony? Because this is a miraculous thing to have you in a place where you had a heart attack, pancreas cancer, pancreatic cancer, and then on top of it, your liver, they was wanting to take your liver, and you had to have a stent in your liver. Your cancer rate is up to off the charts. I said, and you on medication and drugs. I said, would you like to be used as one of the ones that could be? She said, oh, the Lord, that's what the Lord put me down here for. Sure, ain't no problem with that. I said, well, okay, well, we have a deal. And I think they're going to try to take you on a trip if you don't be tripping with them. Because aggressive, I said, y'all, I want to give it to me raw. I said, when I present y'all, I'm not finna paint this pretty picture like he just gave us some fruits and that was it. Because remember, I'm on the end where I'm here to support those who are the caregivers that have to go in the nitty gritty to help their loved ones. Because I've been there. And people, and behind the scenes, people didn't know the torture I was going through with fighting, with literally mentally fighting with someone trying to make me think while they're sick. And they're so sick they got to the point where they're practicing more sick things. And to have them battling with you while trying to make you bend, when you can see that they're feeding into their demonic forces, they're feeding into stubbornness, it's feeding into pride. They're costing you a lot of money because of their food addiction and eating addiction, and then they're causing whatever sins that they have in their life, it's causing that to increase as well. And not realizing this is reaping havoc on the entire family. Oh, yeah, I've been there. I've been there. And so when you get your elders and you're working with your elders, you got to have that determination. That's why I started off like this. And this brother had it. And I said, boy, no, I'm not going to do this injustice. When we come before you all, I said, it's going to be raw. And I'm saying, so tell us what she did when she got her good results back and when her cancer rate dropped. And now that she don't have to worry about any heart pain, now that she's off all her drugs and her medications, tell us what she did. She got happy and she went and fell back and she said, I want a turkey burger. Got constipated, got crapping again, and then she want to get on the phone. I want to talk to Dr. Shell. Let me talk to her myself and tell her, okay, I'm ready. I'm recommitted now. I'm recommitted. I'm going to do this. I know I've been hard-headed. I've been a headache. I have been a headache. And I know he loved me. And I just wanted to confess that. Now, what do I do again? And I say, yes, ma'am. I said, this is part of the journey. This is part of it. But I said, but I gotta give this rawness to my people so that they understand what it takes and so that they understand that they're not by themselves. I said, I gotta give it to them from the real. I'm not finna sit here and y'all seen where people say that they've been healed from this and healed from that, and you really can't fully tell because they're not. I'm not about that. No. So if it take me a little longer to get to the real raw nitty gritty of it, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to tell you that I done lost all this weight and here it is. I can still tell that you 200-300 pounds. I'm not going to tell you that I've been eating or have my clients on here telling you that they didn't eat fruit fasting for 21 days. And here it is. You can tell that they didn't fruit fast, that they did not fruit fast past 2 days. I'm not going to do that for no ratings. I'm not getting ready to do it. And I'm not going to pay nobody to lie. See? And when you're getting things in the raw, sometimes it takes a little longer to get to the truth. And that's what I want to present to you all, to have to encourage, not to mimic or mock anybody, but to encourage you all to do it the right way. And it will last longer. You'll get better results. And you won't have to worry about people falling off and getting back on and falling off and getting back on. And understanding the value in having a support system. See, I had a few people in my life that resented it, and now years later they have to come back to me. Well, I got to admit. Okay, I'm not going to say who it is because y'all just going to crack up laughing. Well, I got to admit that everything you said was right. And no, they didn't look like that. That's just me, y'all. Yeah, everything you said was right. Yeah, I was like, wow. You had to travel millions of miles and speak to other people in other dialect to get that. But that's what it takes when people are stubborn. Sometimes you got to let them go on their own journey and find out that the truth is universal. No matter where you wind up at, no matter how you got to get it, if God wants to reveal something to you, he will allow it to be revealed. Our job as the messengers and as those who's really truly doing the work, and I mean really doing it and practicing it the best is more than not. Let me say more because none of us is perfect. Is not to cave in when the going gets tough. See, people like to talk a lot of talk, but I can promise you when people, prime example. Now I'm going to take it there, y'all. Brace yourself. The people that do the most smack talking when it's time, and forgive me if that's any of you all that ever done it, but if you done it and you realize you got the results that you got, you know what I'm talking about. You know it's true. Let me take it here. We're in the fight. The person who did the most smack talking, and you can see that even in boxing, Don't normally the person that's sitting there just waiting and just listening to the person just run and just I'm gonna do this. No, by the time they get in that ring, they the one to get towed up. I found see, I ain't never been that type. That's when I stopped talking. If I'm talking, that's a good thing. Because that means I'm trying to get you to understand what I'm saying. But then I stopped. I had to see you sound like a fool. Trying to convince me of a lie. That's not a good thing. Well, I've learned that some people know how to do that with their mouths. I learned that. Some of us, we have to stop sounding like we all big, bad, and tough. You're not big, bad, and tough. No, you're not. I promise you, those are the weakest people behind closed doors. I promise you. I promise you. Mike Tyson, think about it. Let's use the boxers. Now, what happened? Even in the long run, even though I admire Muhammad Ali, he did and he got the record to show it. But he had to stop talking at some point. He had to. I'm saying that to say it's not good to boast. You only should boast in God. It's not good to say what strength that you have from everything that you've gone through all the time and make it just so you can seem like you're stronger than the next. You're not. We're not. It is best for us to humble ourselves in the midst of a healing crisis. And that's how you know when you're doing the work. I've never seen a person be able to put in a lot of work and talk up a storm. Now, I take it back. I've seen a few people that, and I know some of you all have experienced. You have experienced a person working and talking at the same time. My mother was like that. She talked, and she could talk real fast. And but she done got 10 things done. Me, I have to pause. I can do it, but wait a minute now, right? Wait, what? What you say now? But she could, no, did y'all hear her say it and get so much done? Most people can't do that. I'm saying that to say you all that when you come across that in your health and wellness journey, in order to hear the voice of God, in order to hear your body, you have to get silent. You got to get a little quiet and allow your body to speak to you. Allow them cells. They are communicators in there. You have millions of them in there. There are living things that's in there, not just parasites, but it's living things in there, y'all. It's communicating. And so we have to get to a place where we learn our bodies, allow ourselves to listen to it. It will speak to you. I can promise you there have been plenty of times when I first started this journey and I'm trying to figure out what fruit would be the best fruit. What would be and I look at that food and some say, that's not it. Something ain't right about it. It looks too perfect. It is. That. And rest assured, I've done a little research. I call up or either I would get on that computer, start there and say, where does all these get their tomatoes from? Get all this news feed, like, good God Almighty. And then you get to a farmer's market or to an all-natural market where they got heirloom tomatoes if you're not growing them yourself, and you could taste the world of a difference in texture and in taste. The natural ugly tomato, what we call ugly one, is usually the one that is the real tomato. The one that's perfectly beautiful. I'm not saying that now there are some that are gifted and talented and they do a good job. They know how to grow them real beautiful. And I believe that those are the ones that talk to their food. Miss D, Sister D might know what I'm talking about. Or Sister Maker, what you call them, may know what I'm talking about. They may talk to their food because there's life, there's a vibration in when you're making food, just like when you're cooking food and you're killing it. You're killing off a lot of the antioxidants and drugs, just like when you're cooking food. When you talk to it, that's the energy that goes into that food. It's the same as when you're growing your food. You have to speak to that earth. You got to speak to it. And you see one that blossom into something beautiful. Same goes for your plants and your flowers. I've done it. I have one now, and it's a beautiful one. And I just started off, it's on my desk. And I started off with it, right? And it was just a plant, prime example. And she started to die, y'all, because she could feel my energy. I call her she. She can feel my energy. See how beautiful that is? She can feel my energy. And sometimes I put her in water, get her some fresh water, and speak life back into her. She was like this, and she just blossomed into just humongous one. And so I started talking to her more. It's real, y'all. I started talking to her more. She started curving up. She started spoke life. But I had to make sure that I changed some things for the environment. And the same happened to me when I changed my environment. I had to readjust myself. Thank God I'm born in a time in the season where things are changing and growing and blossoming. Because that represents me. No matter how much people come to plow and pluck me out and try to throw stuff and blow trash on me and put plastic on me and think they're going to gather me up and put me in the jar. Not going to happen. I'm going to blossom up just like that plant do. Somebody, God bless it, somebody comes to us and say, nah, let her, put her in this water. Put her right here. She'll grow in this. She will grow in this. And so when someone tried to kill me off, just like that plant, if I hadn't nurtured that plant, if you don't nurture yourself, you will die off. You will wither away. So you can't let everybody care for you because everybody don't care for you. And that was the hardest thing for me to grasp for the longest because I thought because I care, other people should care. Or other people, oh, yeah, yes, they do, but they don't. And then God let me start to hearing what a person kept making the statement, I don't care, 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 I don't care. And now I kept saying, wait a minute. The voice of my grandmother came back to me. She said, one thing baby can't never make somebody do is care. And I'm like, isn't that the same as saying that you can't make nobody love? Yes. Because in order to care, you got to have love. You have to have compassion. That's why I say it's a difference between having passion and compassion. You have a passion to speak. I learned that, especially within the past couple of years. I most definitely learned that. And well, actually, I've learned that even beforehand with just watching how some preachers would preach, and then they go right back out and do just the very thing that they say that they weren't going to do, or the very thing that they preached against. And I'm like, how did you sit there and do all that? And God, and then you went right out there and you slept with that man's wife. You just preached about that. Or you went there and you just talked about stealing and will a man rob God, and you just robbed all these people for their money. Now, I didn't see that a lot. Thank God I didn't. But I've seen it. And so I became like the Lord. I said, depart from me, you work of iniquity. I knew you not. Your heart was far from me. Your motives wasn't right. It looked like it was. It sounded like it was, but it wasn't. So you all have to know. You'll know it because you're going to grow. You're going to flourish. And it won't be temporary. That particular plant can grow. It's the one that can grow all throughout the whole house. It can grow out to stretch out to 20 to 30 feet. I know because my auntie have too. And I did take her advice for it. She said, no, baby, take and clip that and make sure that you keep it around. I said, okay. Because I saw her plants and how she grew hers out, and it's wrapped all around the what's called. She got it. It's literally the decoration that I have on my shelf where my products are at. She has natural plants growing around her shelves, around the design of her window ledge suite. And I'm like, oh my goodness, how did? And for the longest, I kept coming and didn't realize that was one plant. But she faithfully nourishes that plant. She keeps that plant in water. She has what we call growing hands. And I was blessed to have a few aunties that had growing hands. I said, Lord, I said, when I grow up, there I go my country, when I grows up, I want to be just like that. I want to give life, not take it away. And whatever life you allow me to have, I want to be able to give life. And if I cannot and you choose to take it away, then I know that meant that my season was done. That's how we have to see our lives, y'all. Thank you. Yeah, that's just my only way. Okay, we have a new somebody. I need some products. What should I take for rheumatoid arthritis and with the fruit detox and with fruit detox and with the fruit detox? Okay. I'm also taking blood pressure meds. Okay, when you do that, ma'am, um, the new person, Zerona Hollis. When you do that, yes, you can do that with your fruits, but I do highly recommend a consultation this month because after this month, if you don't schedule in one, you I will have to take a break, and only those who have taken their have called in prior to this month will I be able to take on after this, and those who call in at the 618 number. If you go down the chat, you'll see that I put the number in. Call into the 618-388-8100 number, and then I'll be able to give you a more direct counsel concerning your rheumatoid arthritis and high blood pressure, so they'll automatically let me know that there are multiple conditions there that we have. Yeah, that means that we have multiple conditions. That's the first time I tried that. Yes, and so I encourage you to um to call in for that. But the ones that we have right off back, I can tell you for sure that it help with the rheumatoid arthritis would be the sea moss, would be this powder sea moss. This is your 102 minerals that the bone marrow needs for arthritis, and it'll help clear off because it helps to reduce inflammation in the body. It also helps with the female hormonal imbalancement. It helps to reduce high blood pressure, fight radical cells that would also be causing your arthritis, the side effect or Mr. Arthur, and then also it'll help with promotion with fighting infections as well and boosting your immune system. So the sea moss is what I would recommend. 1 tablespoon for surely of that, and for you to call in to have that, and then I do need to know whatever your weight size is too to see if that's adding the pressure that's causing your arthritis to the weight is causing the pressure on the bones as well and your muscular system. So I do need to know weight. So I do highly recommend you to call in, sister, concerning your arthritis, and then the fact that you're on the high blood meds, the high blood pressure meds, and yes, eating your all natural fruits that highest antioxidants of berries and fruits will only help. But if you cannot keep that up, honestly, keep up with that every day, along with your green leafy vegetables, and eliminate the excess amount of yeast and bread and toxic meat. Then that means that you simply need to go in for a coaching session so that I can help you with the mindset of getting on to healing your body, so we can get rid of the high blood pressure meds and then wean you off from that, and then on top of it help you, give you a regimen that will best suit you for your lifestyle and for your body type. That's what I recommend, Sister Hollis. But yes, whatever you do, increase with your fruit intake and your salads, only healthy, all natural food from this point forward, and eliminate your breads and any of your toxic meat that you are eating. And I promise you, you will see a tremendous difference. But what would most definitely aid you in rheumatoid arthritis would be the sea moss, is what I would recommend. It's $40 a bag now, and you can call in to the 618-388-8100 number. Please give me your name and your address that you would like, and we do have a shipment going out tomorrow. Is the early shipment, so you would get yours on the early bird special there. If you want your shipment sent priority, then you have to send in an extra $12 for that, because it is very expensive. Sometimes it actually runs up to $16 for me, depending on how much you all get. And so that's fine though. But if you want to send regular mail, just send the $5. That helps me to get back and forth without it taxing me too much, running back and forth to the post office, because I am the one that does that for now. Okay. And so, yes, that's what I would recommend for you, to start off with the sea moss, increase of your fruits and vegetations and your salads, and eliminating snacks and things, artificial breads and toxic meat. And you will start to see your body go through its healing crisis. and call in again for your consultation, 618-388-8100. And I'm going to put that in again because I know it's up in the chat. Okay. All right. Greetings. Hey there, Brother Jackson. It's good to see you. What's the best way to consume the sea moss? Oh, there's plenty of ways to consume your sea moss. Mine's in particular, because it's the refined powder kind, it's a teaspoon of it inside of your smoothie. If you're juicing, you can put inside of your juice, chuckle it down. Or either, for me, being the cook, I like to sprinkle mine over my salad and put it into my homemade salad dressing. Or I'll take mine and I'll take and put it into a vegetable soup. Also, if you have vegetable pastas and things of that nature that you like to cook, you sprinkle that, it pops, it brings the flavor out really, really good. I say take a bowl of that and put a teaspoon, not a tablespoon, a teaspoon of this, because that's just how powerful and potent it is. And I would keep that up for 2 weeks straight, at least 2 weeks. I have set my regimen at 2 weeks, not 30 days, because I want to make sure that our people bodies, I want to know that you're paying attention to what it's doing. So really within the first 5 to 7 days, you're supposed to be able to tell some difference, but that helps to regulate the blood pressure. I'll go over it again, you all, the power of the sea moss, because it's such a fad now and everybody's doing it. But I think that a lot of us forget all of the benefits that the sea moss give, and we don't read. So a lot of times, not you all, but some people don't read. So I'll say it again for the sake of it. Please like and share it. Helps for enhancing masculine health and libido in the male. So if you start to feel like, oh, okay, I want my wife and my mate more, then yes, rest assured you can blame that on your sea moss. And then also it's known for being a mucus destroyer. So wherever there's no mucus laying around that's holding bad bacteria or too much horrible bacteria for the body, you don't have to worry about being sick. It's an antidepressant. It's good for nourishing the skin, immune support. Promotes healthy thyroid functioning. Men have that as an issue too. You all are just not normally diagnosed with it, unfortunately. Promotes heart health, fights infections, promote visual health, and it kills off free radical cells. And then my instruction that I have on the back of mine is right here: 1 teaspoon in your soup, salad, or smoothie, 1 time per day, can be used in various ways. That's what we have for my sea moss, and that's $40 a package, and it lasts for a teaspoon a day. Will stretch you out for a whole month, if not more, because if you break within the first 14 days and to see just how your body is doing, now you've just stretched out your sea moss. I actually have a news reporter that just called in today and told me that they tried my sea moss, and they was like, wait a minute, they sell the gel sea moss, and they said they thought to put mines inside of their gel sea moss. And they said, wait a minute, I noticed you have the purple kind, and wait a minute, I put this in there and it popped, and now I can enhance. Now I can call mine the super gel. I said, aha. And so that's one of the, even though they offered me to be able to promote my products on the newsline, that made them, inspired them to want to help even more so to get it out. And I said, well, all praises be to God that he got someone that is in the in telling the news that's willing to share, and that can be a testimony to the people and say, hey, I'm a witness that she got the real deal. Yeah, she got the real deal. And I've been fooling with gel sea moss and all these other sea moss for a while now, and selling it and distributing it himself. And he's like, nah, yours help enhance mine to a whole nother level. And so that's what I recommend for rheumatoid arthritis, and that's how I recommend you to take it, Brother Jackson. So any more questions? I have the powder iris sea moss. Yes, a lot of people have that, but I prefer to stay with the high potence of the purple sea moss. But that's a start. There's nothing wrong with starting with the iris sea moss. It's just not more powerful than the purple sea moss. I can promise you that. Dorothy, hey, how much is the shipping and the handling for the colon cleanse? Only 10 if you want priority mail, but if you want regular shipping, just add $5 to it, Sister Dorothy. And I do have plenty of colon purifier left. You get 2 bags of that, and depending on whether or not you want to lose weight, how you want to do it, lose waste rather, that'll be 2 tablespoons per day. And the colon purifier is the same. You can use this as a thickening agent as well. This is not one that has label. That was one of my oldest ones. Colon purifier is good for lowering cholesterol, lowering blood pressure, aids in weight loss, promotes health, heart health from probiotic. I'm sorry, prebiotic, which promotes gut health, promotes healthy bowel movements, enhance digestive system, regulates blood sugar, relieves irritable bowel syndromes, and boosts the immune system. Because as you know, you all, when you keep the colon cleansed, automatically the body goes into the effect of healing itself. Because now things that's going in can come out in this proper manner that the body don't use. Okay, and so it only makes sense that it will help reduce any form of inflammation that's in the body, or maybe you ate a meal that was a healthy, so-called healthy bread, and it just did not pass through properly. It will help push that through for you all. So that's what I like about the colon purifier. You're very welcome. And so, yes, and so I do, oh, I didn't put in there for artists, I do Cash App, but I also am in the place to where now I can accept payment by card as well. And you get a receipt via text back to you when you text me a good number. Do you all see where I'm pinned something up there? Let me make sure I didn't pin her question up there. Let me see. Oh, guess what? I can add moderators, you all. I've been meaning to do that. Is there anyone that would like to be a moderator? I don't want to put nobody on the spot where you can, if it's anything, I don't really feel like I need one, but you just never know. Or moderators, you can actually enhance the questions for me. That helps as well. But that's also too, for if there's anything negative to say, you all get the right to delete something out that you feel like is inappropriate. And that does mean that you will have direct contact to me if there is a question about something, or you all found that there was a question that you wanted to have, and you noticed that you saw it, you could share that with me as well. So anyone that's interested in being added as a moderator, while I see that I have the option to do so, let me see, just let me know. And no, I will not hold you to having to have it as a job. I would do that unless I was able to pay you all, because I do know some people do that and they do it for free and they don't have, but that would, for me, yes, that would help me. If I see where it's been a good help, I don't mind sending free products for anyone that helps me for anything, with anything, if that's what help. What do I order? Okay, let me put in the Cash App link, because I didn't do the Cash App. This was the one time. You all are able to ask more questions if you have some. And it's also for donations, you all. Once again, those who are to tune in now and later, just note that I do. Once again, proceeds go to helping our homeless elders, and also to help with our children that have autism and disabilities. Help those mom. I want to get to a place where I have enough, and I just shared this with the reporter as well. I said, no, I want to get to a place where I'm able to send boxes to help families at least once a month of what they need for their children and their disabled loved ones. And preferably it can trickle over to the senior citizens, and where they can just give a small donation to just help keeping everything going round and round. But the one thing I don't want is to have our people, the more and more my products line gets out here, and God bless me to be able to keep it, and they want it and they realize, oh wait, this is helpful for me, then I don't want that to be a stress. Where because life has happened, or because they're pulling Social Security and they're doing it. And I know a lot of people say, well, that shouldn't be your bracket. It shouldn't be your worry. Your poor is going to always be with you. Oh, well, whatever. That's what I care about. That's when y'all see that little line come up in there, you know, they my brother used to say, stop doing that, because you're gonna have that wrinkle in your forehead when you little. I said, I don't. That's what he said, when you get older. I said, I don't care. At least they know I was serious. I was like, no, you see me do that, you know what I mean? My grandson has it really bad too. He takes after me. I know right away when Kareem, when he does it. I say, yeah, you get that from your granny. He does it. And I say, that's when I know he's serious. Like, what in the world? Or he really confused about something. You say, hey, or do like my Uncle Frank, hey, fella, what's going on? Let me put this in. And Uncle Frank, if you're tuning in, my apologies. I saw where you reached out. I pray you all are well. And yes, I am trying to get around to where I can send y'all your package. And that same go for Auntie Sherry. Yes, I know. Auntie Sherry, thank you. I'm going to say it publicly towards the end. Thank you so much for always being a support system to me. She's always been the go-getter, the travelers, always trying to look after for all the family members, you all. That's my mother's sister, the one that reversed her heart disease, and now she wants to get back on track as well because, as you all know, in 2021, when my mother passed, they gave a lot of my loved ones setbacks. Then when my daughter transitioned, it did, and everybody was concerned about how I, just like some of you all were, if not all, they was worried about how I was going to do. And so that stressed out a lot of my loved ones. Well, some of them that were really, that loved my mother, my daughter, but at the same time was concerned, well, wait a minute, are we going to have our niece, our sister, to be able to be strong enough to push through this? And so my auntie has always been a support system for me. And if something ever got low or something, she just no, I know what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Do this, no, just take it, do what you got to do, and just send me what you need to send me. And so I had to give a shout out to my Auntie Sherry for always being a blessing in that way, and for my Uncle Frank. Let me put in also to call. You all can call or via text. Or text. I see the texts first. Yes, I do. And what you want, send your full name. I got a sister that she's probably about going to have to go on back order for the multivitamin. Sister, whoever you are, that's calling from an 805 area code. If I don't have your name and your address, I can't send you anything. I can't send it. So just texting saying, I want the multivitamin, you all are not good enough. I need for you all to send your name and your address. You can have it. If I don't have it in stock, I will text you back and let you know. Or if you don't hear from me, then that simply just means to try again, call back again. You will get me. And put it in here. And then what happens for those of you all that's wondering if you have to go through this system to get your coaching sessions? No, I give another direct line number for that. Sister Jamaican, different ones know that there's another number that I use for your contact. I had it out here one while, but I had to take it away because I had way too many telemarketers calling me from off of there that was interfering, and they got slick now. They know how to call from local numbers now, and then act like they regular people, 624. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. Okay, I finally got it in there. I don't know what was happening and where it wasn't going through at first, but I got it in there. I think I got it in there. Yeah, I got it in there. You also, the number where you can reach so you can order. Please remember to provide the proper name that you want your stuff shipped by, and provide a accurate address, which is zip code. And then that way you all can get in your products. And then anything that's on back order, what I want to do, because I know what it feels like to want your stuff right away and get started and things that I know what that feels like. I'm going to start adding in free shipment when things are on back order and you all are helping to pay in advance, because that seems fair to me, because that helps me to be able to purchase a lot sooner than later and making sure that I get everything in proper. So pay in advance is not just you waiting. I know you all do that with other people, but for me, it's been impressed on my heart to just provide free shipping for you when you are waiting. And just like those who stated that their artist was behind because of postal holding, I had a couple of people that were waiting for their shipments came back for whatever reason, just for me to go down to the postal service and find. And that's not a large number at all, and it doesn't happen often at all. So far, so good that I know of. But this time it did, and so I said, okay, well, how can I do this? So I sent you all extra extra products for those you all that were waiting patiently. Sister Jamaica, other beef and different ones that's in orders, and you will know that Sister who's the other sister? The other sister, Dorothy, not Dorothy Barksdale, but the other sister, Dorothy, Diane. Actually, Sister Diane. You all were waiting. A few of you all were waiting for your product, so I sent extra products where you all wait, and then also I'm gonna. You all will go in for your next shipment. Just remind me, since it was just a few of you all. Remind me, and then that way you have free shipping and handling. Okay. All right. I'm always looking to improve. So anyone with suggestions as I'm about to close out, and I'm not going to do y'all like the preachers that say I'm about to close and they don't close until a half an hour later. I'm not going to do y'all like that today because it is 7 o'clock. I'm getting a little better at this. Y'all said 6:30 or 7. Um, I'm always open for suggestions. I'm one that believe in perfecting what I can, the craft. Yes, I've done it before with others, but now that I'm doing mostly all to myself without as much of the help that I could use, this does help me to yeah, it just helps me. I'm open for any suggestions. I'm always open for that, and then we can see where we can go from there. All right, you all. I love you all, and I so appreciate you all for being such a blessing. I speak with you about it. Okay, good. Are you on for Thursday? No, ma'am, I'm not on for Thursday, but I am considering starting to come on a little sooner. I tell you this much. Good question. When I when the product line start to take out more and I'm able to slow down with some of the other projects that I have going on, then I will be coming before you all more often. Also to advertise, give you all a chance to get in on your product line so you can keep up with your regiments and stuff more. But yes, I do feel compelled as different ones as I'm getting in, and I'm about to start a podcast. Yes, it's set. The news reporter told me you need a podcast, and I'm like, okay, umpteen person told me I need a podcast, so I am going to start doing a podcast as well, y'all, very very soon. So you all will be able to tune in. Of course, on the podcast, I could say more, I could do more, and don't have to worry about whether or not you're going to have a censorship. Not that I do, but nevertheless, I still don't want it in the back of my mind either. So just know we're going to start that, and we'll be able to be more open and have more discussions. So those of y'all that like to get it nitty gritty, you like the raw, I want to be able to give that to you all. So just know that I love you all, and I pray that you all. I put it in the chat. What you put in the chat? Let me see. Thank you so much, Sister Dorothy. I appreciate that to connect. Thank you so much. I appreciate you putting in the chat. I put it in the chat Thursday for Thursday for console. Okay. Yes, I have opening for Thursday. Did you give me a time, Sister Jamaica? Oh, you're talking about for Messenger. Is it for Messenger before I get off? Something keep itching my ear, and I don't know what that is. I'm checking, Sister Jamaica. I'm checking. Oh, sister. Thank you, Sister Yolanda. Thank you so much. I'm glad that I checked this. And yes, ma'am. Thank you for the donation, Sister Yolanda. I did see all of the donations that you sent. I appreciate that a lot, and I love your enthusiasm as well. Beautiful spirit, like our other sisters have. I appreciate that. Now, God's got to send you what you put out. He'll send it back to you. Yes, He will. Won't He do it? Yes, He will. Let me stop. Okay. Okay, thank you. I put the time in the messenger and email. Okay, I'm gonna check that. Let me check that again, Because sometimes I do. Sometimes the messages get by me, sister. I promise you, it'd be so packed up in there. And I'm glad you said something because I see what somebody else and text me too. I'm doing good, Uncle. Good to see you. Okay. I see you saying, I think I saw that. Or did I not? I think I was on the consultation when I seen that. Okay. All right, y'all. I am done. If there's no other questions, then I am chiming out of here, y'all. We've been in now for I started at 4:45 at 7 now, y'all. Did a couple hours. I pray that I've been some type of help to you all. And that you all have a blessed Wednesday and have a good thriving. Have a good thriving on Thursday. Oh Lord, all of these. Okay. Ooh, these people know how to load up your email for junk mail. Well, then again, it's not too junky. It is some important stuff up in here. Since now I'm looking now so that you can see now I got it. Yeah, that's the only thing, sister. I accepted through the emails. I'm gonna have to give you the other email where it's a little bit more clear because I have to go through them. I have to zoom through 50 email, 50, 60 emails, sometimes 100 before I can get to one. If I don't see it right then and there, like within the first 24 hours of it's in there a lot of times, and I try to stay on top of it, but they send me so much stuff. And I'm constantly, if I get anything, I get caught up clearing it out. So I'm about to give you the Dr. Shelf, the 24, Dr. Shelf 24/7 at outlook.com. I'm about to give you that one. So that way I can get to you a lot faster. Or better yet, you just put you in. Okay. Let me see. Label in. Okay, I got you. Reminder. No, ma'am. I didn't look this up. Let me see. Was the last? Okay, yeah, I see something for May the 7th. Okay, I see. You said Tuesday and Thursday. Well, we missed yesterday. Okay, 9 p.m., 9 p.m., 9 p.m. Okay, my time, 9 p.m. Okay. Okay, yeah, I see. I need to read others. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, and thank you, Sister Jamaica, for your love offering for your donation. I appreciate that. And that's all every time you all send it, it's very helpful. I'm gonna tell you all real soon. I know some of y'all don't know what's really going on, but when y'all see just how much I sacrificed to do this, yeah, you're gonna know. Yeah, it's not pretty the way a lot of people, got their selves set up the way I had to do it, but I don't regret it. I don't regret the sacrifice I had to make because I know the reward in the end is gonna be on people being healed and like doing what I know God called me to do. That's all I can say. So thank you all so much. Thank you. Yeah, I need to be setting up. Oh, okay. So you have one for April 24th month. Okay. Okay. So I'm go through this now that I got you in there, Sister Jamaica. Thank you so much for being patient with me. and allow me. You knew that I wasn't trying to miss that intentionally. Peace and blessings, Dr. Chef and family. We pray all have an amazing day. Thank you for that closing. The week itself, and happy Mother's Day. Oh, this is a Mother's Day thing. Yeah, ain't it? Yeah. Let me go. Oh, you saying Thursday because we got I'm coming back for Mother's Day, y'all. Yes, that'll be the goal. That's to come back for the Mother's Day event. So you all don't have to go all the way to next Wednesday. So those of y'all that stayed on longer, though, thanks so much, Sister Dorothy, for mentioning that. Because I've been so thinking about it so much and what my daughters and stuff want to do. Peace and blessings to family. Sister Dorothy putting on peace and blessings, Dr. Chef and family. We all have an amazing rest of the week and safe and happy Mother's Day. Yes, happy Mother's Day weekend. But no, I want to come back. Then that means that I have to go in for Friday. If mothers are not too busy, I have to come back on Friday and maybe around on Friday noon. I know a lot of mothers will be on the weekend, so I have a special greet for you all. You all know me. I've always talked about my mom even before. She transitioned, and then now this Mother's Day weekend, yes, I don't know if I'll get a chance to showcase my daughters, if they'll be able to come in. We'll see if I'll be able to tune in to just to say Happy Mother's Day to everybody and all of the moms. But Happy Mother's Day every day. Y'all know how I feel about that. Happy Mother's Day every day to our mothers, because after all, we none of us would be here without our fathers, respecting moms, but without moms nurturing us, carrying us throughout the full term to get to this place. So I'm still happy about that. And yes, it's going to be challenged, but as some of y'all don't realize, with my picture, I have my mother's for my encouragement. My mother picture is sitting right here on my wall. So when I look up, she's always a reminder with her praying hands for me to keep going. So that's how much of inspiration. My grandmother picture is right on the side of me as well. So I look at my grandmother. I have not, I'll be honest, my daughter, and I'm gonna let it go. My daughter being the one who made me a mother, I have not gotten the strength up yet to put her picture up yet. But maybe this Mother's Day I will. And yeah, because that's my baby. That's my baby. I have not gotten the strength to do that yet. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. And thank you all so much for the donations. As you all know, anyone that's sending Mother's Day's gift, your due still. Same thing I do. I put it back into the project. If it's something specific that you want me using, that means you have to send a cash card or whatever, how different ones did before, where you send the cash cards, or you want me to specifically do fruits. You want me to specifically go get a massage. Then you have to send something specific for that. Or I have to hear you say, this is what I want you to do, Dr. That's what helps with me. I'm not gonna lie. That's what helps with me. So thank you all so much. And yes, please enjoy yourselves this whole month. Mothers, enjoy yourselves the whole month. Sure, take next month too, and the month after that. They said, wait a minute, next month Father's Day. Okay, well, do Father's Day too within month, but the father can't be a father without a mama. He had a mama too. So yes, I love you all, and you all stay blessed. Thank you all for liking and sharing. You all take care of yourself. And yes, I do plan on coming back. I think I aim for Mother's Day. What's the day? Mother's Day fall on Friday. I come back for Mother's Day special, I believe on Friday or Saturday. It had to be one of those days. Which days you think would be good for our Mother's Day, you all, before I let you guys go? Friday or Saturday to come back for a Mother's Day special. And I have something creative to think of. I'm looking at my little hair coming out here. Y'all know we at the end if I get to picking with my head. Okay. Which ones? You all send me a text. Somebody send me a text on Friday. Okay, yes, Sis Candy. That's what somebody else said Friday. So yes, I'll be back. Yes, I will. I'll tune in on Friday for us to go same time or earlier, you all, because I know when you get ready to approach the Yeah, I should be able to do the same time if this time is good for you all. Friday between 4 and 5, then I should tune in with Mother's Day. That's what happened. We gonna see a little music. We gonna, yeah, same time Friday. Okay, there we go. We got 2 votes in. That's all I need. I don't need all because I know you all are faithful and you all know what's best time. So we gonna do Mother's Day special. I'm gonna have a whole little host of. I guess I'll do a whole smother of things that's good for women health and mothers health that lets you know what helps me. Maybe if I can get a chance, I can get one of my daughters maybe to come through. My son, I won't be able to get to him for some months from now, but my daughter, Saturday not good at. Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stick. So we got 3 in for votes for Friday. So Friday it is. I can work around my schedule. I did have someone to put something on my schedule, but that's for early part. So yes, we're gonna aim for Friday, Friday afternoon. Then this same time, 4 or 5. I say let's go 4 p.m. between 4:30 p.m. on Friday for our Mother's Day special. Thank you, moms. Thank you, Paolo. Thank you, Super Moms, for you all um, helping me out there because it is. And y'all already know, get your little tissues out. I'm gonna cry a little bit. Might cry a little bit because I know now that does not make me weak. That just makes me human. And so it's okay though, because we're going to get through it together. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get through it together. And because I know that I was blessed to have the mom that I had, and she still resides within me. I'm just merely carrying the torch for her, my mother, my grandmother, my great grandmother, and so forth and so forth. And so I am thankful that they helped um, send transition of spirit over to me to love our people and to be a mother that's able to love another mother's children. And that means all of us. All right. I love you all. You have a beautiful, beautiful day. See you all again from Mother's Day on Friday, Mother's Day special on Friday and between 4 and 4:30 p.m. I will send the link in advance. All right. Mwah! Love you all. You all take care of yourself. And thank you so much again, Sister Jamaica, sending those emails. Let me know what I missed. And so I can add that to this order. So that helps out tremendously. Okay. All right. You all enjoy yourself and be safe, you all. See you real soon. Don't give up and don't give in. And remember to be healthy more in 2024.